What is the secret to mixed voice? Mixed voice is a peculiar thing, right? It's like the mix of your head voice, ah, and the chest voice, ah. So it's a blend of the two. So the secret to mixed voice, in my opinion, is just ditch the chest voice altogether. And you can be like, okay, that sounds completely crazy. How can I just ditch chest voice when I want chest resonance in my head voice? Don't we have to blend the two, Jim? What are you, crazy? Go with me on this, okay? The other key that helps with this is onset, okay? So when you think about onset, if I use that chest resonance, what's happening in my throat? What's happening? So try that. Just take a lower note, whatever's low for you. It doesn't matter. Like the notes that I do don't have to be the notes that you do. You can feel that in the chest resonance, but what's happening in the throat? It's tightening up a little bit, isn't it? You take that head resonance. It's looser here, isn't it? Okay, so the reason for that is when it's tighter, you can feel the musculature on the sides of your vocal folds, called the TA muscles, right? TA for short, but thyroarytenoid muscles. Those are the ones that close your vocal folds. And those are really great. They keep us alive. And they also help us to lift heavy things. But keeping us alive is, keeping food from going down into your esophagus, into your breathing part, right? So because we don't want food or water to go down in there. So what happens? Everything clenches up in there. Those muscles close around, the epiglottis closes down over the airway, so food and drink don't get down in there. Also helps us, like if we have to lift something heavy, or give birth, or do something else that sounds like, which a lot of vocal coaches will tell you, do that. So when you do that, you're pushing or lifting something heavy. What happens then in the throat? It clenches up. This is like what happens when we speak in chest voice. Those muscles all day long, if you're speaking all day long, the muscles on the side are getting a lot of workout, right? And then when you go to sing and you want to sing something high, but you're using these muscles, it's going to sound like, I can't even get up there, because the muscles on the side, the thyroarytenoid muscles, are the ones that thicken the vocal folds. So what I mean by thicken is if the vocal folds just touch together, the little right here is the vocal ligament. And if you just touch them just gently, and I've done videos on vocal fold closure. There's a playlist I'm going to put up at the end, and you can watch that if you have any questions about any of this along the way. So they just touch together. But if I close down more, they thicken up. And then what happens also is when they thicken up, the muscles are shorter. So this is your vocal folds, by the way. Okay, so this is, if you haven't seen me use these before, your vocal folds run front to back like this, top to bottom. This is looking down from the top. And then those muscles on the side squeeze together, and it shortens all this up. So you can make the lower notes, like that. But if you stretch them out, you make a higher note and stretch them out, you're just stretching it farther and farther, like a guitar string, okay? So we need to rely more on that mechanism, the stretching mechanism, and try to back off the chest voice. What I mean chest voice is the one that most people use when they're speaking. And I've tried to retrain my voice to use that cricothyroid muscle, the one that stretches the vocal folds, and stay in that kind of mechanism all the way down. And you can hear in here, there's still chest resonance. Sometimes you can't hear whether somebody has chest resonance or head resonance. That's the thing about mixed voice. you often can hear when we hear somebody's like belting in a high range, you can hear that chest resonance kind of coming through. But it's easier to feel it on yourself. So if you went, just allow yourself to fall. You feel that there. And then you can feel down here. Oh, yeah, my chest is resonating. I can feel it down here. But up here, there's nothing resonating here. It's just how it feels up here. But if I want, there you could probably hear that there's some chest resonance in there. I could certainly feel that. I'm pushing this power into that, but I'm starting with that that onset. So the onset is so key. And how do we get that onset? It's by just taking a light approach to the vocal fold closure. So we're going to do a little exercise here for this. And it's key to start feeling that light vocal fold closure and then just get used to that. They're just clipping together, just barely touching. And I always like try to think of like just taking that breath and then relaxing at the top and then just allowing a little puff of air to come out. See, I'm still in that light mechanism. Now, the other key thing that I'm doing in there, as I'm coming down, I'm using my support. And if you really want to dial in your support in the right way, not like maybe like you have been, there's a link down below for my free course, Kickstart Your Voice, and that will tell you how to actually use your support correctly. A lot of people teach it incorrectly. I'm not saying I'm a know-it-all and I know everything and this is how you use support, but I train my voice in the classical way where they properly use support, not about pushing like, oh, yes, kind of, like all that tension travels right up to there, right to you. So this is with the onset. So I'm really training my support on the way down to still support the note, right? Support is not about pushing. Just try to get that. If you have this thought in your mind, support is about pushing or clenching or blowing more air to kind of get support behind a note. I'm trying to support into a higher note. I'm trying to push a higher note. That's really the wrong way to do it. Support, when you think about it, support is like a beam on a house, right? A support beam in a house. It's not pushing the floor above it up. It's just there to, stop that floor from falling down. Falling down. That's there. The support is there to stop your voice from falling down. As it comes down. So the supporting is like managing that air as you go down. So there's in that little funky region there where it wants to crack, you have to really train to go, okay, you only need this amount of air. Your vocal folds, like when they touch together, you don't need a lot of air to make them buzz together. Like the less air, the better, because they're not fighting. They don't have to smash together. Like when you're going, oh, like that. Oh, that I'm pushing a lot of force up here. So then my vocal folds want to close down because I'm like, and then those muscles on the side are shortening up the vocal folds. Muscles on the side, they push, they thicken, they shorten. For those of us that struggle with that, it's this onset. So you hear actually I was actually kind of growing that sound into more of a, like using that chest resonance in there. So you can get to that stage once you know how to use your support correctly through that. But for now, just get that light that light vocal fold closure, and just think of it as your vocal folds they're only doing this as you're going down through they're stretching like up at the top. That's a bit too much, but they're just relaxing and getting shorter. But you're using this muscle, the CT muscle, to do the work. And try not to let the chest voice muscles get involved. And so that's where relaxing through it can help. Just think of the vocal folds as going, so you can see even there I crack because it wasn't focused on my support going down through there. Plus, once you use your support and you're going for, you're putting some power into the higher notes. By power, I don't mean force. Like it's important to try to remove yourself from thinking force in terms of, forcing energy and forcing air up into there. When I'm going, I'm not pushing a lot of force up there. I'm still trying to use that same mechanism. So it's that onset that will save you every time. So let me know what you think of this in the comments below. Thanks for watching Rock Your Best Vocals, where your best keeps getting better. See you on the next one. Cheers.